There is a switch inside you that decides whether you wake up tired or wake up restored. It governs how fast you age. For most people past 50, it is switched off, and no one ever told them it was there. Inside every cell you own sit tiny engines called mitochondria. They turn the food you eat and the air you breathe into the energy that runs your heart, your brain, your body. Starting around 45, they stop replacing themselves. The engines don't break, they stop multiplying. The old ones wear down, sputter, leak, and nothing new takes their place. This is why the afternoon wall hits harder every year, why sleep stops restoring you, why the mirror keeps aging while you do everything right. It is not your willpower failing, it is your cellular power failing. But the blueprint to build new mitochondria is still inside every cell, intact, waiting. The factory line is shut down, not destroyed, and one master signal restarts it. Science calls that signal PGC1 alpha. Activate it and your cells begin building fresh engines within days. One signal, two results. The exhaustion lifts, the aging slows. Both run on the same switch. I spent 12 weeks testing the 6 methods I am about to share with you. Every single day I activated this switch. The result? My afternoon energy crashes disappeared. My sleep became restorative for the first time in years. My skin looked brighter, my brain fog lifted. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what this switch is, why your body has been starving for it, and 6 ways to flip it starting tonight. I spent 12 weeks testing the principles behind these 6 methods on myself. I am not a doctor. I am someone who, like millions of people, had accepted chronic fatigue as just part of getting older. By 3 p.m. every day I hit a wall. My brain got foggy, my eyes felt heavy. I would reach for coffee, then sugar, then more coffee. Nothing worked. I was sleeping 7 hours a night, but waking up exhausted. My doctor ran blood tests. Everything came back normal. But I did not feel normal. I started researching the science of mitochondrial health. I learned about a molecule called PGC1 alpha, the master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. I learned that after 45, PGC1 alpha levels decline, and with them, your body's ability to build new mitochondria. I learned that there are 6 specific ways to activate this switch, none of which require expensive supplements or complicated routines. I tested all 6, every day for 12 weeks. I did breath holds, heat exposure, time-restricted eating, cold showers, daily movement, and added urolithin A from pomegranate. Within 2 weeks, my afternoon crash softened. Within 4 weeks, I stopped needing coffee to get through the day. Within 8 weeks, my energy was steady from morning until night. My sleep was deeper, my skin looked better, and I felt like I had found something my body had been waiting for. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to do the same. But first, let me ask you something. Do you hit a wall every afternoon? Do you wake up tired even after a full night of sleep? Have you noticed your recovery from exercise getting slower? Does your brain feel foggy by midday? Have you been told this is just aging and you need to accept it? If you answered yes to any of these, your mitochondria are not broken, they are just idling. And the fix is simpler than you think. Type fatigue in the comments if this sounds familiar. Here is what most people do not understand about energy and aging. Mitochondria are the power plants of your cells. Every single cell in your body, except red blood cells, contains hundreds to thousands of them. Their job is to convert the food you eat and the oxygen you breathe into ATP, the molecule that powers everything you do. When your mitochondria are healthy and abundant, you have steady energy. Your brain is sharp. Your body recovers quickly. When your mitochondria decline, everything slows down. The 3 p.m. crash, the brain fog, the slow recovery after exercise, the feeling that you are running on empty. This decline starts around age 45 and accelerates after 50. Your mitochondria stop replicating. The old ones wear down. They become less efficient. They leak electrons and produce damaging free radicals. And without new mitochondria to take their place, your energy production steadily declines. A study found that aging leads to significant reductions in mitochondrial biogenesis markers, including PGC1 alpha, in skeletal muscle. Another study showed that PGC1 alpha is essential for mitochondrial biogenesis and function during aging. But here is the good news. The blueprint to build new mitochondria is still inside every cell. It is not damaged, it is just dormant, and one molecule activates it. PGC1 alpha. PGC1 alpha is a transcriptional coactivator, the master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. When activated, it turns on the genes that build new mitochondria. It increases mitochondrial quantity and quality. It improves energy production. It protects against age-related decline. And here is the critical insight. You do not need a prescription to activate PGC-1 alpha. You do not need expensive infusions. You need to give your body the right signals. The 6 methods I am about to share with you are those signals. Now, let me show you the 6 methods that activate the PGC-1 alpha switch. I have ranked them from number 6 to number 1, from effective to extraordinary. Each one works through a different pathway. Each one sends the same message to your cells. Build new mitochondria. Stack them and the effects compound. Method number 6. Breath holds. 10,000 years ago, yogis built a science around holding the breath. They called it kumbhaka, the pause between worlds. They believed it kindled an inner fire. They were closer to the truth than they knew. When you hold your breath to a mild air hunger, oxygen dips for a controlled moment. That dip trips a sensor inside the cell called HIF-1 alpha, the same altitude response that gives mountain people their endurance. It signals the cell to sharpen its engines and build more. Brief, deliberate scarcity. A message that the body must adapt or fall behind. Here is how to do it. Sit comfortably, exhale fully. Hold your breath until you feel the first clear urge to breathe. Not strain, not panic, just the urge. Release. Breathe normally for 30 seconds. That is 1 round. Do 5 rounds, 2 minutes once a day. This is the on-ramp. Ancient, silent, and free. If you find this helpful, type breath in the comments. Method number 5. Deliberate heat. Every old culture kept a heat ritual. The Finnish sauna, the sweat lodge, the Roman caldarium. They never knew the mechanism. They only knew people came out stronger. Heat the body past comfort and it produces heat shock proteins, molecular repair crews that refold damaged proteins and shield the mitochondria from collapse. In a 20-year study of Finnish men, those who took a sauna 4 to 7 times a week cut their risk of dying from heart disease far below the once-a-week group. Heat applied on purpose is a stress that forces the cell to rebuild stronger. Here is how to do it. Sauna, hot bath, or steam for 15 to 20 minutes until the sweat runs freely. 3 to 4 times a week. If you have a heart condition, clear this with your doctor first. Heat tells the engine room one word: reinforce. The practice is simple, ancient, and powerful. Method number 4. The empty window. Every tradition that ever sought clarity fasted to find it. They called it purification. The cell calls it mitophagy, the controlled demolition of broken mitochondria so new ones have room to rise. Stop eating for a long enough stretch and an enzyme called AMPK switches on. AMPK is your fuel gauge reading empty, and on empty it does 2 things at once. It triggers the clearing of worn-out engines, and it signals PGC-1 alpha to build their replacements. The 2016 Nobel Prize was awarded for uncovering this self-cleaning machinery. You carry it in every cell. A study found that 10-hour time-restricted feeding induced upregulation of mitochondrial biogenesis-related genes, including PGC-1 alpha, across multiple tissues, accompanied by elevated mtDNA levels, indicating improvements in both mitochondrial quantity and quality. Here is how to do it. Close your eating window. Finish dinner, then leave 14 to 16 hours before your next meal. Water, black coffee, plain tea only. Anything with calories shuts the signal off. Most of that window is sleep. Old engines cleared. New ones built in the dark hours while you do nothing at all. Type fast if you are ready to try this tonight. Method number 3. The cold that wakes the dead. This is the one I told you to wait for. Of all 6, cold triggers the sharpest, fastest response, and it costs nothing but nerve. When cold hits the skin, the body floods with norepinephrine. One study measured a surge of over 500% from a single cold immersion. That chemical does 2 things. It mobilizes energy and it activates brown fat, a tissue packed so densely with mitochondria that its only purpose is to burn fuel and make heat. Cold stress selectively induces the beta-adrenergic receptor PK-PGC-1 alpha axis, activating mitochondrial function in brown adipose tissue. Cold repeated orders the body to build more of it. You are not enduring the cold. You are commanding your cells to multiply their engines. Here is how to do it. End your shower cold. 30 seconds the first day. Build toward 2 to 3 minutes across 2 weeks. The water should be cold enough that you want out. That urge is the signal firing. Breathe slow and steady. Never hold your breath under cold. This is the switch in its rawest form. Free, immediate. Waiting in your bathroom tonight. Type cold if you are brave enough to try it. Method number 2. Rhythmic effort. For most of human history, the body moved for hours a day. Walking, carrying, climbing. That sustained rhythmic effort is the single most powerful trigger of mitochondrial building ever measured. Nothing on this list beats it. When you move with effort long enough that the breath deepens and stays there, the muscle screams a chemical demand for more energy. PGC1 alpha answers. New mitochondria are built straight inside the working tissue, and not only in muscle. The signal reaches the brain where fresh mitochondria sharpen memory and lift the fog. Exercise increases the mRNA levels and protein content of PGC1 alpha. Here is how to do it. No gym required. Brisk movement where you can speak but not sing. 30 to 40 minutes most days. Or short bursts, a steep hill, a climb of stairs, hard enough to leave you breathing deep. The intensity speaks to the cell, not the hour. This is the loudest message you can send the engine room. The body has been waiting to hear it. And now method number 1, the molecule almost no one is talking about. The pomegranate was the symbol of renewal in nearly every ancient culture, carved into temples, buried with kings. The ancients chose it on instinct. Modern science just found out why. Inside pomegranate, walnuts, and certain berries sits a compound your gut bacteria convert into something rare. Urolithin A. Urolithin A is a known stimulator of mitophagy and mitochondrial biogenesis. It does what nothing else on this list does directly. It hunts down your most damaged engines and clears them while signaling fresh ones to take their place. In human trials, middle-aged and older adults who took it showed measurable gains in muscle endurance against placebo. This is the closest science has come to a clean switch for cellular renewal. The catch: only about 1 in 3 people carry the gut bacteria to make urolithin A from food alone. For everyone else, it now exists as a studied compound. Here is how to do it. Eat pomegranate, walnuts, raspberries on repeat, or consider the compound itself. This is the discovery that will be everywhere in 2 years. You heard it now. Type renew if you are ready to try this. Now let me tell you about the 5 most common mistakes people make with mitochondrial activation. Mistake number 1. Doing only one method and expecting full results. Each method activates PGC1 alpha through a different pathway. Stack them and they compound. Breath holds signal via oxygen, heat via heat shock proteins, fasting via AMPK, cold via norepinephrine, exercise via muscle demand, urolithin A via mitophagy. Use them together. Mistake number 2. Expecting overnight results. The cleanup begins in the first days. The first new mitochondria come online within 1 to 2 weeks. The full density increase takes 30 to 60 days. Be patient. Your cells are rebuilding. Mistake number 3. Overdoing the intensity. Breath holds should be mild, not maximal. Cold showers should be uncomfortable but not dangerous. Heat should be warm but not burning. Intensity is not the goal. Consistency is mistake number 4. Breaking the fast with calories. Even a small amount of food during the fasting window shuts off the AMPK signal. Water, black coffee, plain tea only. Anything else breaks the switch. Mistake number 5. Ignoring the synergy. The methods amplify each other. Cold in the morning, movement by afternoon, a closed eating window by night. Each one a message. All saying the same word: build. Now let me answer the 5 most common questions people ask about mitochondrial health. Question 1. How long until I see results? Most people notice reduced afternoon fatigue within 1 week, significant energy improvements within 2 to 4 weeks, full mitochondrial density increase within 30 to 60 days. Be consistent. Question 2. Can I do these methods if I have a medical condition? Some methods may not be safe for everyone. If you have heart disease, consult your doctor before heat exposure or cold showers. If you have diabetes, talk to your doctor before fasting. These methods are powerful. Use them wisely. Question 3. Do I need to do all 6 methods? No. Start with 1. Master it. Then add another. The most impactful are exercise, cold exposure, and time-restricted eating. Start there. Question 4. What if I cannot tolerate cold showers? Start with 30 seconds of cool water. Build gradually. You do not need ice baths to get the benefit. Even a cool shower at the end of your warm shower triggers the response. Question 5. Can I get urolithin A from food alone? Only about 1 in 3 people can. If you eat pomegranate, walnuts, and raspberries regularly, you may produce it. If not, the compound itself is available as a supplement. Consult your doctor before starting. Now let me give you a practical 10-step protocol to activate the PGC1 alpha switch. Step 1. Start your day with movement. 10 minutes of brisk walking or light exercise. Signal your muscles early too. End your shower with 30 seconds of cold. Build to 2 minutes over 2 weeks. Step 3. Eat your meals within a 10-hour window. Finish dinner by 7 p.m. Do not eat again until 9 a.m. Step 4. After lunch, take a 2-minute breath hold practice. 5 rounds. Exhale fully, hold the urge, release. Step 5. Move again in the afternoon. A brisk walk or climb stairs. Keep your breath deep. Step 6. Once or twice a week, use heat, sauna, hot bath, or steam for 15 to 20 minutes. Step 7. Eat pomegranate, walnuts, or raspberries daily. Feed your gut the precursors to urolithin. Step 8. Sleep at least 7 hours. Your mitochondria repair and rebuild during deep sleep. Step 9. Track your energy. Rate your afternoon fatigue on a scale of 1 to 10 each day. Watch it drop over weeks. Step 10. Be consistent. Do these daily. The switch only answers to action. Let me quickly recap the 6 methods, the 5 mistakes, the 5 questions, and the 10 steps. Breath holds, AIF1 alpha, deliberate heat, heat shock proteins, time-restricted eating, AMPK, cold exposure, norepinephrine, rhythmic exercise, muscle demand, urolithin A, mitophagy, mistakes. Doing only one method, expecting overnight results, overdoing intensity, breaking the fast, ignoring synergy. The 5 questions, timeline wicks, medical conditions, consult doctor, all 6 methods. Start with 1, cold tolerance. Start small, urolithin A from food, 1 in 3 people. The 10 steps, morning movement, cold shower, 10-hour eating window, breath holds, afternoon movement, weekly heat, urolithin, a foods, sleep, track energy, be consistent. Here is the truth that most doctors do not have time to tell you. Your fatigue is not a character flaw. Your afternoon crash is not a sign of weakness. It is your mitochondria asking for help. The engines were never dead. They were idling, waiting for the one signal you were never told existed. PGC1 alpha is that signal. It is the master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. It is the switch that decides whether you build new mitochondria or let the old ones decay. And you can flip it, not with a prescription, not with expensive infusions, with breath, heat, fasting, cold, movement, and food. The methods I have shared with you are not new. They are ancient. They were practiced for thousands of years before anyone knew why they worked. Now we know, and now you know. The switch only answers to action. Start with one tonight, the cold shower or the closed window. Whatever you will actually do, your body has been waiting for this signal. If this video changed how you see fatigue and aging, hit like so winds of thought can bring you more science of the body you inhabit, and comment below. Tell me your age and which of these 6 methods you are going to try first. Type breathe or heat or fast or cold or move or renew. And if you are ready to flip the switch tonight, type studying tonight. Your mitochondria have been waiting for this signal. Start today. Send this video to someone who needs to hear it. Your friend who crashes every afternoon. Your parent who has accepted fatigue as normal. Your spouse who thinks they are just getting old. Their engines are not broken. They just need the right signal. You do not need expensive supplements. You do not need complicated routines. You need breath, heat, fasting, cold, movement, and renewal. Start today. Your energy is waiting.